Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some of my must-have mods for more realistic gameplay. So today I'm going to be showing you a few mods that I think add a lot more realism and also fun into your gameplay, into your Sims lives. I've already done my must-have mods for more fun family gameplay, but today I'm going to be focusing more on more realistic gameplay and mods that make the game seem more like real life and more realistic. I have a good variety of mods that all bring some great features into the game and also some gameplay that we don't currently have. So if you would like to download any mods that are showcased in today's video, they will all be linked in the description. So without further ado, let me begin sharing with you these mods. First up, we have one of my current favorite mods, which is the Dynamic Teen Life mod. This mod is amazing for adding so much more depth into your Sim teens' lives, focusing more on their emotions and social life as you play with them throughout your gameplay. Firstly, this mod adds new ways for your Sims to experience and handle their emotions. It adds new journal entries which come with more options, which will also affect your Sims' character values as well. Mood swings have also been changed to make them less powerful, so it won't result in emotional deaths, which is great because I don't really want my Sim teens dying from emotions. Personally, that's not one of my favorite deaths in the game. And another great feature added to this mod is your teen Sims can speak about their mental health by seeking help on their phones, and there are a few different options that come with that as well. More after school activities are included in this mod, such as arts and crafts club, a swim team, and whilst attending these clubs your Sims will also build on their skills. One of my favorite features of this mod is the popularity system. We don't currently have something like this in the game, and I think this feature captures realism very well regarding a teen's high school life, because I feel like popularity and status throughout high school is quite important to some teens. The popularity ranks from very popular to very unpopular, which each come with their own advantages and disadvantages, and they can change depending on the choices made for your Sims, such as joining or leaving an after-school activity or changes in your Sims' personality. Your teen Sims also have the opportunity to have a much bigger social life with this mod. Gossip and rumor interactions have been added, and your Sims could be invited to a sleepover or a bonfire party, the movies, and many more things. They will just get a text on their phone from one of their friends inviting them to come out. Social groups have also been added with this mod. Your teen Sims will be put into one of the 5 different groups depending on their traits, likes and dislikes, and popularity, etc., things like that. And lastly, new activities are also a part of this mod, such as the college fair, a day, life skill classes. The list goes on. I just think this mod adds so much more to your game and adds so much more realism for your teen Sims regarding their life at high school and their social lives, and I just love it so much. I think it's such a great mod. Next up is the SNB Bank and Bills mod. What doesn't scream realism more than a bank system and bills? This mod basically changes the way money works in The Sims 4. It adds a whole banking system into your game, which allows your Sims to have their own bank accounts where they can deposit and withdraw money, which is separate from their household funds. You can also choose for your Sims' career money to go straight into their own bank account instead of the family household funds, and you can send money to other Sims as well, which is a really nice feature. It basically just allows for each of your Sims to have their own separate money instead of all the household funds and all career money, etc., being all together. This mod also includes features such as inheritance, child support, and more in-depth bills as well, and so much more other features that personally I haven't delved fully into yet, but I especially love the banking system and also the more in-depth bills. A very realistic mod to add into your game, so I would highly recommend. The third mod I'm going to be sharing with you is another really amazing mod, the Healthcare Redux mod. Just a heads up that this mod does require get to work, see seasons and discover university. But if you do have all of those packs, this is definitely a mod that I would recommend for more realistic gameplay. So this mod adds a whole healthcare system into your game. Features in this mod include new illnesses, deadly diseases, allergies, injuries, and chronic conditions. And the deadly diseases also do come with a new death as well, which is pretty cool. Everything included in this mod can be treated in different ways. So for example, if your sim has a pretty common illness, they will start to feel unwell, so your sim can then go to the doctors and get a diagnosis, and then they can get treatment. And there is quite a few different illnesses for each category as well. So there's a few different injuries, a few different allergies, a few different general illnesses too. There are different medications to treat different illnesses, and for certain illnesses as well, you don't have to use medication. You can treat them with home remedies too. Your sims can even take vitamins to keep sicknesses at bay / reduce the chance of your sims becoming sick. There is also surgery required complications included with this mod too, which will require your sims to have surgery when getting diagnosed at the doctors. And there is also pregnancy related healthcare included with this mod too, which I love so much. I think that's such a great feature. Your sims can call healthcare services by their phones. They have the options to go to the doctors, they can go to therapy, they can get vaccinated, and a few more things too. There is a whole in-depth description of this mod on the download page, which is in the description if you would like to check it out. It's definitely a mod I would highly recommend for adding realism into your game, because healthcare and things like that are a very big thing in real life, and it's such a fun thing to add into your game, and it kind of throws surprises in your gameplay here and there. Definitely a mod that I would recommend. Next is a slightly smaller mod, which is the First Impressions mod. First Impressions does exactly what it is called. So when your sims first introduce themselves to another sim, they will get a sentiment pop up when clicking on the sim's profile. It will either be a negative or positive sentiment to how your sim feels towards the other. For example, your sim may introduce themselves to someone and it may say that they feel that this sim is responsible, which is a positive sentiment, which means they will get positive moodlets when speaking to that person as well. Or on the other hand, it could be a negative sentiment and they will particularly not really like talking to that sim, and it will give them negative moodlets. And not only does this mod add some realism, but it's also a great way to decide what type of relationship you want your sims to have with one another, and it can help with storyline development too. Mod number 5 is the Woohoo Wellness mod. This mod adds 10 modules into the game, and I'm going to be sharing with you the ones that I use the most because I don't particularly use all of them in my game. One great addition to this mod, and the one I use the most in my game, is the pregnancy preferences and interactions. This part of the mod allows your sims to have a preference of how they feel about being pregnant and having children. There are 3 options your sims may be generated, which is would be happy to be pregnant, neutral to being pregnant, and does not want to be pregnant right now. Depending on which trait your sim has, it will determine how they will react and feel towards them being pregnant or their partner being pregnant. There are also a ton of new interactions that your sims can speak to each other about and interact with each other when your sims are pregnant too, which I love. It definitely can be incorporated into storylines and make that part of the game a much bigger aspect. Another big part of this mod are new interactions if your sims are caught cheating with another. There are new moodlets, and your sims can explain the reason as to why they cheated too. Your sims can also have temporary and permanent separations. Your sims can demand a temporary separation, for example, which cause new moodlets and sentiments towards one another, and also has a whole new interaction section which is under separation with loads of new interactions, which is so cool. A few other things that are added in this mod are alternative pregnancies, unwanted pregnancy acceptance, which has loads of new interactions and things like that as well, teen pregnancies, and a new adoption system too. It is such a huge mod that I couldn't go through all of it myself in this video, but it is such a great mod that adds lots of realistic gameplay into your game. And lastly is the More Careers mod. I did include this mod in one of my previous must-have mod videos, and I couldn't leave this out as this mod adds a ton of new careers, which I think is super realistic because in real life there is so many career options that you can choose from, and personally I don't think we actually actually have that many careers in The Sims compared to real life, and this mod adds so many new ones that work just like the ones that we already have in the game, so they're not too hard to get used to either. All your sim has to do is join a career just like usual and choose between all the ones that you can download, and as I said, they will work just the same as the others do in the game, in the sense of you have to do promotion tasks, different pay and different ranks as your sims level up and get promotions. It's a great mod to add into your game, not just for realism but also for much more gameplay opportunity too. And as do all of these mods, the amount of gameplay each one bring is amazing and it definitely make the game so much more fun to play. So that is all of the mods that I have to share with you today. Each one I enjoy playing with this so much, and I hope you enjoy playing with them in your games too. A reminder that if you would like to download any of these mods, they will all be linked in the description. However, that is where I'm going to leave today's video here. I really hope that you did enjoy, and let me know which one of these mods is your favorite, and do you already play with any of these mods in your game, or are you going to download any and give them a go? I would love to know. But I do hope that you enjoyed today's video. I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you again very soon. Bye!